Made myself some coffee. Okay, so I just woke up. I'm gonna head down to Queens Park. Today is for solidarity and support of children with autism.
I'm here on behalf of my entire family. I do not see professional protesters at work.
And all of their parents.
I see families. Amazing, loving, relentless families. Lisa McLeod has called us disruptive, disrespectful, and disregarding.
There's a big protest happening today, this week, and like the rest of the week, and the rest of the week too. Some civil disobedience. We're gonna go and cause a ruckus.
People with disabilities have to choose between buying food and paying rent. The disability as a community as a whole of Ontario is in crisis.
There was a huge funding cut.
It's been very discouraging for me to see what this government is doing to the autism program and what it's doing to other individuals with special needs.
That happened at the beginning of the government's term.
Vulnerable adults with disabilities of Ontario have been completely ignored by the government.
And
Lisa McLeod had a lofty goal of clearing the wait list.
We've been talking about, clearing the wait list.
And providing all families with services. But instead of delivering a meticulous, well thought out plan, her plan lacked forethought, organization, and consultation with important sources.
Shame!
Then
the autism file, admittedly, is a difficult file. The spectrum is just that. It is a spectrum. It is not a linear scale that our children neatly drop along for our sorting convenience.
Our government has to recognize this crisis and own up to their responsibility to take care of their vulnerable citizens.
Helping more people, but
it couldn't be any further from the truth.
It doesn't seem like that's true, so.
It means you're failing our children and are not setting them up for success to reach your maximum potential.
This is an investment. It's an investment in our children and in the future of this province.
By investing in our children at a young age, the Government of Ontario will be helping them reach their potential of becoming contributing and voting members of their communities. Not only is this their fundamental right, but it is imperative that we create a strong foundation for our children now to ensure their success for the future. Where services should be top-notch.
She said, why does this government not use the opportunity to invest early?
Because
our government is ignoring and neglecting the vulnerable citizens that cannot speak for themselves. Shame!
Fuck forward and get going soon.
Shame on them. It needs to stop.
Commitment is the foundation of great accomplishments. Lisa McLeod, we need you to keep your word and stay committed.
Ministers McLeod, Thompson, and Elliott like to present a united front among their ministries and say that they represent a picture of women in power. Today I would like to call on these ministers to listen to the women and the families of Ontario.
That they have to listen to the families.
So let's get it changed now.
Let's make Ontario open, inclusive for all disabilities.
What do we need to do?
Whether your child sees an occupational therapist, a speech therapist, ABA, physio, floor time, what have it, these should be managed under our OHIP system.
Yes. 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 Yes.
A supervising clinician can manage the therapy and the recommendations of the needs for each child so that there is not government waste. Under the Ministry of Education, funding needs to be allotted to support EAs and not cut or limit the amount of support children are receiving in classrooms.
Was how do we provide supports and services for young people who had severe learning disabilities?
There are 1 in 5 children on an IEP in classrooms for their learning differences.
Adults with disabilities do not belong in nursing homes, hospitals, psychiatric wards, or homeless shelters. In November, our government has now proposed to make the Ontario Disability Support Program definition of disability far more restrictive, forcing thousands of Ontarians with disabilities under the rules of Ontario Works, with a corresponding loss of critical income, benefits, and supports, and taking place behind closed doors. Consultations on this matter are only by invite.
Shame!
Our government must stop attacking its most vulnerable citizens and increase ODSP to a livable wage and keep the ODSP definition of disability as it is. Our government has to focus their efforts on ensuring that people are not living in poverty because of their disability. It's wrong.
It is wrong.
The last issue I'm going to talk about regarding adults is housing. Staggering 25-year-long wait list for supported housing in Ontario. It's the highest wait list in all of Canada. 15,000 people with developmental disabilities on wait list on Ontario for supported housing. This housing crisis leaves a huge, ugly scar on our province.
About housing, there's an amazing film that's been made called Push, and it's about how housing is becoming just for business. You know, like who cares about the people living in a place if you don't have money? We're gonna make money out of, you know, like more for the rich and none for the poor. Thank you. So that movie is called Push.
They found a solution.
Let's create a barrier-free Ontario. A barrier-free Ontario that will provide a comprehensive and inclusive disability program, regardless of diagnosis or of age.
Children with disabilities grow into adults with disabilities.
Until she starts to listen to us,
Adults need support too.
It is about dignity. It is about empowerment, and it is about respect for every person's ability.
it is going to be a very long 4 years.
Thank you, everyone. Let's keep united.
Thank you. Merci, Annie. So I support what you're doing. I know it's important. Never stop fighting until you achieve what you need to for your families and for your children.
We're going to be seeing a lot of familiar faces a whole lot over the next little while.
Would you call it better?
There's been a lot of videos online I've been watching and quote. This is a very important quote. No one chooses to have a disability. It chooses you. Thank you.